Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. Hope you all are doing well. Fine. So let us start today's class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 5, arithmetic progressions, lecture number 5, and children, the content I am going to cover from NCERT. Children, in my previous lecture, that was lecture number 4, I made you understand the derivation of sum of first n terms of AP. Fine. And after that, we did some problems based on sum of first n terms of AP. Correct, student? So the topic which I am going to cover today, they are number 1, recapitulation of the formulae of Sn. This Sn is actually the sum of first n terms of an AP. So today, first of all, I am going to make you the recall of the formulae. Two formulae were there based on the sum of first n terms of AP, that I am going to make you recall. And secondly, we will be doing some more problems based on Sn, where n is any positive integer. And the content, children, I am going to take from exercise 5.3. Correct, students? So children, through derivation, I made you learn this formula that Sn, which is known as sum of first n terms of AP, can be written like S also is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here children, a is the very first term of AP, n is the number of terms, and d is the common difference. Correct, student? So this was the very first formula which we derived. Now after simplifying this formula, we got another formula also. Just have a look on another formula. How did we get that? Sum of first n term of an AP is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. How can we write this another formula? Please be focused. Here I was going to break 2a in two parts, that is a plus a. So children, I wrote it n by 2 into a plus n minus 1 into d. Children, you know very well that using generalized form of AP, this is nothing but the formula of nth term of AP. So at place of a plus n minus 1 into d, I can write an. An is nothing but the last term of AP. So this can be written like this also, that is n by 2 into a plus l, or l can be written like an also. So they both the formulae are same. Correct, student? So we have learnt two formulae. Number 1, Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the formula of finding sum of first n terms when we have first term and the common difference given. Correct, student? And this is another formula. This we can apply when we will be having first term given and the last term given along with the number of terms. Correct, students? So this was the recap of the formulae. Now let us start taking some problems which are based on Sn, where n is any positive integer, from exercise 5.3. This is question number 3, 8th part. If in an AP given an is equal to 4, children, you know what is an? That is last term of AP. D is equal to 2, that is common difference is equal to 2. Sum of first n term you will be having, that has been given, that is minus 14. We will have to calculate n, means number of terms, and of course the very first term, that is a. So let us start. Children, an is equal to 4. How can I write an using generalized form? That is a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 4. Correct, student? So at place of d, I am going to write 2. It would become a plus n minus 1 into 2 is equal to 4. Let us simplify them. It will be a plus multiply n minus 1 by 2. You will be getting 2n minus 2 is equal to 4. So children, I have got a plus 2n is equal to 4 plus 2, that is 6. So this is one equation in two variable, that is a and n. Correct, student? Now let us switch to the next point which has been given in the question, that is Sn is equal to minus 14. This has been given. Correct? So we know the formula of Sn. We know basically two formulae, but which formula will suit here? We will be having the nth term of AP given. So definitely I will have to apply formula number 2. That is n by 2 into a plus an is equal to minus 14. N by 2, because I do not know what is n. So n will be written n only. A also I do not know. So a will also be written as it is plus At place of nth term, I am going to write 4 is equal to minus 14. So let us simplify this. This is basically upon 2. 2 is there at the denominator. So if I am going to cross multiply minus 14 by 2, so children, I will be getting minus 28. So on left hand side I have got n into a plus 4 is equal to, on right hand side I have got minus 28. Correct, student? Now, how can I simplify it further? I had equation number 1 in the form of a and n. So from there I was going to calculate the value of a and I am going to put that value in equation number 2. So put the value of a. What is the value of a from equation number 1? It would be 6 minus 2n. Correct? From equation number 1 and put it in equation number 2. Correct, students? So after putting the value of a from equation number 1 in equation number 2, I have got n into, this is the value of a, that is 6 minus 2n plus 4 is equal to minus 28. Correct? So simplify the bracket first. You will be getting 10 minus 2n into n is equal to minus 28. So now multiply n by each and every term which is written in the bracket. It would become 10n minus 2n square is equal to minus 28. So this is minus 2n square plus 10n. When I am bringing this minus 28 on left hand side, it would become plus 28 is equal to 0. Let us take minus 2 as common. So inside the bracket I will be having n square. This would be minus 5n and this would be minus 14 is equal to 0. This minus 2 is going there on right hand side. So it would become 0 upon minus 2. That would be 0 only. So now I have got a quadratic equation in the variable n, which is n square minus 5n minus 14 is equal to 0. Children, you know very well. I have explained you how to simplify, how to get the roots of the given equation. Definitely I have to apply factorization method. So by factorization method, I am going to split the middle term in such a way so that the sum should be minus 5 and product should be minus 14. Correct? So this is n square minus 7n plus 2n minus 14 is equal to 0. Minus 7 plus 2 will give you minus 5 and minus 7 into 2 will give you minus 14. Correct, students? Now let us take n common from first two terms. We have got n into n minus 7 plus, taking 2 common from last two terms, plus 2 into n minus 7 is equal to 0. N minus 7 will be written once along with n plus 2 is equal to 0. So either n will be 7 or it will be minus 2. But we know that n is a positive integer, so n can never ever be negative. So n is equal to minus 2 will be considered as a rejected value. Correct? So what is n? N is equal to 7. What we wanted basically to calculate, we wanted n to calculate. Correct? Along with a. Now children, from equation number 1, you knew that the value of a is equal to 6 minus 2n. So just insert the value of n over here to come to know the value of a. It would be 6 minus 2 into 7. That is 6 minus 14, which is equal to minus 8. So we were asked to find out two values. N means the number of terms and a, that is the very first term of AP. Correct, students? Children, I am going to cover all the toughest part in my lectures. And whatever homework I am going to give you, that is based on very, very simple concepts. Fine, whatever I am going to teach you in my lectures. And the easiest questions I am going to give you to do in your homework notebook. Fine. So now let us switch to the next problem, that is question number 4. How many terms of AP? AP you will be having, that is 9, 17, 25 and so on, must be taken to give a sum of 636. Correct? Means sum you will be having, that is 636. You will be having AP also. So whenever you will be having AP, you know that we can easily find out A as well as the common difference. So let us start. Here A, which is the very first term, that is 9, and D, which is common difference, that is A2 minus A1. It would become 17 minus 9 is equal to 8. Fine. As we will have to tell how many terms, means we will have to find out n. So let n terms are required to give the sum as 636. Correct, student? Now as it is the sum of first n terms, so how it can be written? Sn is equal to 636. Children, you know the formula I have just made you recall few minutes back. It is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 636. Now children, in this formula you have to put a is equal to 9 and d is equal to 8. So after putting, I have got n by 2 into 9 plus n minus 1 into 8 is equal to 636. So multiply this n minus 1 by 8. I will be getting 8n minus 8. This 2 into 9 will become 18 is equal to 636. So it would be n minus 2, simplifying the bracket. 18 minus 8 is equal to plus 10 and 8n will be written as it is equal to 636. Children, from this bracket you can take 2 as common. If 2 comes out, so what would be left inside? It will be 4n plus 5, and whatever 2 came, so that is going to be cancelled with this 2, correct? So I will be getting n into 4n plus 5 is equal to 636. Multiply n by 4n plus 5, so I have got 4n square plus 5n. This I am bringing on left hand side, minus 636 is equal to 0. Again children, I have got a quadratic equation in the variable n. So whatever methods I told you, you could adopt any of the method. I am going with factorization method to solve it. So the sum should be 5, and what should be the product, children? Can you tell me? Product should be minus 636 into 4, that would give you minus 2544. Correct students? Now let us split the middle term. What I am going to do, I am just going to break this 5 in such a way so that I will be getting two factors, so that their product should be minus 2544, and of course sum should be plus 5. So they will be plus 53n minus 48n. Correct student? Now the complete expression, the complete equation will become 4n square plus 53n minus 48n minus 636 is equal to 0. Let us take n common from first two terms. So inside the bracket I will be getting 4n plus 53. From last two terms I will be taking minus 12 as common. So I have got 4n plus 53 inside the bracket again is equal to 0. So this is 4n plus 53. Here also 4n plus 53 will be written once. This is n minus 12 is equal to 0. So children, while putting this very expression equal to 0, I have got n is equal to minus 53 upon 4, which would be considered as the rejected value. Reason? Because n is a positive integer, it can never ever be negative. So n is equal to 12. This is the answer of this question. So Sn, which is equal to S12, is equal to 636. And what is the value of n over here? That is 12. Correct students? Now children, I am going to switch to the next problem. If sum of first 7 terms of an AP, this is question number 9. If sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49 and that of first 17 term is 289, find the sum of first n terms. Correct? Okay. Now, because I do not know AP, so it means I do not know what is A or what is the common difference. So definitely I have to assume them. So let A be the very first term and D be the common difference. According to question, sum of first 7 terms, it can be written like this: S7. This is equal to 49 given. And sum of first 17 term is 289. So S17 is equal to 289. Now children, what I have to do, I have to just apply the formula of Sn in which A and D both are present. Fine student. So I have to apply the formula of Sn for this expression also and for this expression as well. Correct? So from there I will be getting two equations in the form of A and D. From there I can easily calculate A and D. Correct? Okay, let us start it. So S7 is equal to 49. What is the formula of Sn? Please recall. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Fine. So here I know that n is 7. So at place of n I am going to write 7. It would become 7 by 2 into a I do not know, d I do not know. So it will be 2a, here 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d is equal to 49. Let us simplify. It would be 7 by 2 into 2a plus 6d, because 7 minus 1 will give you 6. Taking 2 as common from this bracket, So I will be getting a plus 3d inside the bracket and 2 has come out. This 2 is going to be cancelled with denominator 2. Correct? So I have got 7 into a plus 3d is equal to 49. This 7 is multiplying with each and every term written in this bracket. So if it is multiplying on left hand side, so it must be divided on right hand side. Correct, student? So I have got a plus 3d is equal to 49 upon 7, that is 7. Correct, student? As I explained you that from S7 we are going to get one equation in two variable in the form of a and d. Correct? Now let us simplify S17 so that we can get another equation also. Now after that we will be having a pair of linear equation in two variables, so we can simplify them and can come to know the values of a and d. Correct, student? So S17 is equal to 289. Apply the same formula. N by 2. What is n here? This is 17. It would be 17 by 2 into 2a plus again n is 17 minus 1 into d is equal to 289. So it will be 2a plus 16d into 17 upon 2 is equal to 289. Now I am going to take 2 as common. So when I took 2 as common, so inside the bracket I have got a plus 8d. And that 2 is going to be cancelled with this. Correct? So this 17 is multiplying here will be divided on another side of equal to. It would become 289 upon 17, that is actually 17 because 289 is a perfect square of 17. Correct, student? Okay. Now I have got a plus 8d is equal to 17 as equation number 2. And a plus 3d, this is there, a plus 3d is equal to 7. This is equation number 1. Now children, you have got a pair of linear equation in two variable. And luckily, if I am going to apply elimination method, I can see that the numerical coefficient of a, that is same. Correct? So just to subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. This positive a and minus a are going to be cancelled. So you will be getting 5d is equal to 10. What would be d? D is equal to 2. Correct. Now put this value of d in equation number 1. So I will be getting a plus 3 into d. At place of d I am writing 2 is equal to 7. So this will be a plus 6 is equal to 7. So it implies 2. A is equal to 7 minus 6, that is 1. Correct, student? Now children, you have come to know the value of a as well as the value of d. What is said in the question that you have to find out the sum of first n terms of AP. N. So definitely when it is said that n terms, so definitely n will be n only. So for formula of Sn in the form of a and d is equal to Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Insert the value of a and the value of d in this formula. It will be n by 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into 2. So simplify this bracket. It would become 2n minus 2 after multiplying n minus 1 by 2. This is 2 into 1 will become plus 2 only. So this plus 2 and minus 2 are going to be cancelled and this 2 is going to be cancelled with this 2n. Fine. So I have got n into n, that is actually n square. Correct? So children, this is the sum of first n terms of the given AP. Correct? Now children, let us switch to the next question. This is 10th question, first part. Show that A1, A2, A3, AN and so on form an AP, where AN is defined like 3 plus 4n. Here children, 4 is multiplying with n. Remember. Also we will have to find the sum of first 15 term, that is S15. So should we start it? Okay. So what is AN given? AN is equal to 3 plus 4n. Children, first of all we have to tell whether A1, A2, A3 and up to AN whether they are going to form AP or not. Even after that also the series is going to be continue. So how do we know that whether the given list of number is forming AP or not? Definitely we will have to find the common difference, but before that we must be having the list of numbers. Correct? So here we will be having AN given. AN is nothing but the nth term of AP, that is 3 plus 4n. So let us find A1. Look, here it is AN. AN. How to calculate A1? Definitely at place of n I am going to write 1. So put here 1. If I am putting here 1, so I have to put it in this expression also. it would become 3 plus 4 into 1, that is 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. After putting n is equal to 1. This is the very first term of AP I have got. Whether it is AP or not, that I am going to tell you just now. But I have got the very first term. Now next is A2. 3 plus 4 into 2 is equal to 3 plus 8, that is 11. Again I have written here after putting n is equal to 2. Now I am putting n is equal to 3. It would be 3 plus 4 into 3. Here at place of n I am writing 3. It would become 3 plus 12 is equal to 15. Now, what is the list of number ready with me? This is 7, 11, 15 and so on. Let us check whether this list of number is forming AP or not. What is to be done? Succeeding minus preceding term means we have to find out the common difference. That is A2 minus A1 is equal to A3 minus A2. First of all, we have to check. I could get not equal to also. Fine, but here when I subtracting 7 from 11, I came to know that it is 4, and when I subtracted 11 from 15, I again got 4. So it means the given list of number is forming AP. Correct? So 7, 11, 15, they are going to form AP. What else is asked in the question? After showing that A1, A2, AN and so on, they are going to form AP, what else we have to calculate, children? We will have to calculate the sum of first 15 term of AP. So children, you know the formula very well. How to calculate Sn? That is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Correct? Here you will be having AP given. So definitely this formula will suit us. How? Because I know A is 7, the very first term of AP. Common difference is 4. And how many terms? Sum I am going to calculate. That is 15. So definitely at place of n I am going to substitute the value 15. It would become S15 is equal to 15 by 2 into 2 into 7 plus 15 minus 1 into 4. Correct? So this is 2 7s are 14 plus here also I am going to get 14. That would be 15 minus 1 into 4. Apply board mass, children. You have to multiply first. 14 4s will give you 56. So 15 by 2 into 14 plus 56 is equal to 15 by 2 into 70. Cancel them. 2 1s are 2. 2 35s are, you will be getting 70. So 15 into 35 will give you the answer as 525. Correct, children? So this is basically the sum of first 15 term of the given AP. Now children, let us switch to the next problem. This is question number 14. Find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Here you will be having a situation given. You will have to form AP first of all, and after forming the AP you will have to find the sum, correct, of that AP. So children, you know very well what are odd numbers. Odd numbers are those numbers which are not divisible by 2, correct. So odd numbers between, as it is said, between 0 and 50. So we will have to take the odd numbers which are coming between them. Those 0 and 50, they themselves are even number. We are not going to include them, but you should know the concept of between, correct. So the numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on up to 49, correct. Which form an AP? Are they really forming AP? Of course, because the common difference is 2, correct. So as they are going to form AP, so what would be A? A is equal to 1. What is the last term, children? Here you will be having last term given, that is AN is equal to 49. And what is the common difference? That is 3 minus 1 is equal to 2, correct. As we will have to calculate the sum of odd number between 0 and 50. But before I find out the sum, children, you know that in the formula of sum of n terms of AP, n lies. Fine. And what is n actually? N is nothing but the number of terms. Here, children, we do not know how many terms are going to be existing in this given AP. Fine. So first of all, we will have to calculate n, that is number of terms. So do you remember what I told you? Whenever we will have to calculate either n or a or the common difference, always we will go for nth term of AP. Fine. So let n be the number of terms in the AP. Nth term, children, we will be having, that is AN is equal to 49. Now put the formula of nth term, that is A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 49. A you know, that is 1. D you know, that is 2. So insert these values over here. It would be 1 plus n minus 1 into 2 is equal to 49. So product, first of all I am going to multiply as per the board mass. It would be 2 into n minus 1 is equal to, this plus 1 will go on right hand side, would become minus 1, and 49 minus 1 will give you 48. Correct? Now, n minus 1 is equal to 49 upon 2, because 2 was multiplying here on left hand side, so must be divided on right hand side. So you will be getting 24. Correct? Now n minus 1 is equal to 24. So children, n will be 24 plus 1, that is 25. Now I know what is n. N is nothing but the number of terms. So you will have to just find out the sum of first 25 terms now. Correct? And children, we know the first term, we know the last term. So definitely which formula we should apply now to find out the sum of first n term of AP? That is Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. At place of L you could write An also, because L is also known as last term and An is also known as the last term of the AP, that is nth term of AP. Correct? Okay, now this is S25, because at place of n you will be writing 25. S25 is equal to 25 upon 2 into, at place of A I am writing 1 which has been given. At place of nth term, that is last term, I am going to write 49. It would be 1 plus 49, that is 50. Cancel them. 2 ones are 2, 2 25s are 50. So 25 into 25 will give you 625. Correct, student? So we basically did 2 steps to solve this question. First of all, we found the number of terms, and after that we found the sum of those very terms. Fine. Which were those terms basically? We were going to find the sum of odd number between 0 and 50. Now children, this is the time to get mathematics homework. So your maths homework is, you have to do question 3rd, G part, I part and J part. Question number 5, 6, 7, 8 and 10th question B part of exercise 5.3 in homework notebook along with classwork questions. Fine, student? Clear? Children, these are very simple questions, and in my previous lecture also I gave you very simple questions, because the toughest part I am going to cover in my lecture only. Fine, children? So I don't think so that there is the need of any kind of homework solution discussion required in this lecture. Correct, students? So that's it for the day. Please like the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.